Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. And we've had a little bit of a situation go on down here in the southeast. We've had us an ice storm, and there's some sleet and some snow and some ice, and there's treacherous driving conditions. And down here in the south, we start driving into one another when stuff like that happens. And, that's cool. So we're hunkered in. Cameraman's been trying to go down the driveway on the top of a pizza box originally, and then we tried the Rubbermaid lid, one of those big Rubbermaid containers that you may have in your own domicile, and slid down the driveway in one of those guys. So we've been having us a big old icy time over here, and it's been a good night already. So we certainly appreciate you hanging out with us and spending your time here on Grown Man Record Night on Friday. But let's get on with our dig of the week. Last week, James Hilton stopped by, and we certainly do appreciate him doing that, especially once I got a gander into his box of records. And boy, he had a crazy jazz collection. He had a crazy rock collection. He had a crazy modern rock collection. New stuff, Live, Faith No More, Tool. Oh, it was crazy. Plus, he had Coltrane and Mingus and all kinds of good stuff. So we appreciate James hanging out. Speaking of James Hilton, wanted to mention, if you're a Mike Patton, That Side of the World fan, Secret Chiefs 3, which is a great group if you've never checked out. And James actually picked me up this 7-inch last year when Secret Chiefs came through on tour. And at the time, this is the only place you could pick it up was on tour. It's Ishan Koyan. It's a name. It's that name right there. I'm not gonna pronounce it. And on the other side, the B side is it says Radar and Forms. And Secret Chiefs are weird. Trace Bruant's a great guitar player, very innovative, strange kind of guy, which I dig. Which I think we all dig here at Grown Man Record Night. So we'll play this letter. We've played it on the program before and never talked about it. And this is a 7-inch right from the show that James picked up. And I appreciated him doing that, and we appreciated him coming by last week. Moving on. A little earlier, we checked out the Ohio Players, Fire. This song's been used in a lot of classic stuff. This is like 74 on the Mercury label, and it's really known for being one of the cheesy, cakiest album covers of all time. Because check this out. If I don't dump this record out, I'm going to dump that record out right. There we go. How about that? Look at that. Ohio Players, Fire, 1974. Not a super rare record or anything, but really good. And great story about Ohio Players. One of their other LPs, Honey something. I can't remember the name. There's a song called Love Roller Coaster. And the legend has it that there's a scream recorded in there when somebody's actually getting like stabbed down in a stairway or some kind of crap like that. And it's urban legend. Some people say that's baloney, but it's enough that where people talk about it, so that's cool. And Ohio Players, really good. They got some slow jams mixed in there, which is cool sometimes, but really cool record cover, really cool funk tracks in there, and we listened to a couple of those earlier. Always digging the Ohio Players. They always picking up, putting it down. I wanted to mention another weirdo record. I don't even remember where I got this deal. It's a band called The Light Company, and I got it. I think it was given to me. I think my mom picked this up from the library. But when I saw it, is that record ending? All right. Okay. Well, we're going to switch this on over, folks. And little one-handed job here. Okay. We got some, we were just listening to some Doobie Brothers from my man Jeff. I don't know if he's tuning in this evening or not, but we had some Doobie Brothers on. Captain to Me. Great album. I mean, they had some of the best Doobie Brothers songs, in my opinion, the classic radio hit stuff. We got some Yes going on. This is coming from the Cameraman's Box, Going for the One. And Yes is one of those bands that I'm like, yeah, I kind of like. And then I hear it, and I'm like, oh, man, who's that? Yes. Oh. So I kind of like them. And I think I like them more than I like to admit. They're wrapped around my foot. The thing's going off in the kitchen. There's an alarm going off. This cord's not going to reach. Okay, stand by. So, come on here to this stuff on the stove. Okay, we're back. So, the Light Company. When I first saw this record, watch your cable. When I first saw this record, I was like, man, this looks like a great psych band that I've never heard of. I mean, look at this cover. And and I put it on, and it was like psych folk. I'm like, all right, I can get into this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I remember those lyrics. Those sound familiar from somewhere. These are all Simon & Garfunkel songs, which is great. I love Simon & Garfunkel. That's just not what I was expecting, but it all sounded familiar. And I can't find any information about this band online. I've looked for the same record to see if maybe it was rare, something kind of squirrely that just kind of popped up. I can't find any information about it. So it's pretty elusive. I thought it was elusive until we get to our real dig of the week here. And you want to talk about having a problem finding out anything about a record. This one's going to take the cake. Cameraman actually found this. Well, we're going to check this out. This is some Simon & Garfunkel covers, kind of psych folky, and we'll play that later. It's on the QCA Queen City Album Incorporated on Jewel Records. Don't have a year on this. But it's like while Simon & Garfunkel was still going on. Sorry, I skipped all that part. But here is the real dig of the week. Cameraman picked this up. Where was it? A Goodwill? Goodwill. $1. And look at this MFer right here. This album is a Russian album. And it is in Russian. And it's written in Russian. Cyrillic. That's what... the Cyrillic alphabet. And that's how everything is. There's the CCCP. And you kind of get some shots of them. Yeah, hang on. See there's a little label. The back, that's all in that. Copyright date. I did look up Moho, because that's the only thing that looked Englishy. And that didn't come up with anything. So if you know anything about Russian records, please hit us up. Because there's no way to look it up. I guess if you change the keyboard layout on your computer. But yeah, look at the actual label, the track names. It's just good old Russian. I don't know what year. I don't know anything about it. So we're going to do something a little different. We don't normally do this. But let's hear what this sounds like. Okay, this has got to be one, right? I don't know. What do I know about it? Some idiot with a microphone. Okay, so I'm gonna fade this yes out. And okay. It's kind of traditional music. It does this for 5 minutes. Really weird, man. I'm kind of into it, though. I'll be honest. I'm kind of into it. The weirder, the better. It's got a little Mahavishnu orchestra kind of feel to it. I don't know. It's just crazy. And it's all in Russian. And so if you know anything about Russian records, hell, feel free to hit us up. But thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. And this week's Dig of the Week, we're going to come back here in a little bit with a chip chat. And I got a serving suggestion that you're going to want to write down. Take it to your work week lunch pocket that you're going to eat on all week. All week you're going to use what I tell you to do for your mouth muscle for eating time, because you only get one eating time a day when you're at work weeks. So enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. So we appreciate you, and stay tuned to Grown Man Record Night. We're coming back with Chip Chat here real shortly. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.